हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय क्लास। आप सभी का फिर से स्वागत है मेरे इस सेशन में। टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस फ्यू इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द टॉपिक केमिकल एनर्जेटिक्स। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द क्वेश्चन आंसर राउंड। सो नाउ लुक एट द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. What is the first question? Read the question carefully first. Now solution. Okay, now they are asking the enthalpy of vaporization of water from the following data. You have given this data, you have to find out the enthalpy of vaporization. Means that mean to say that water converted to water vapor. This is the situation you have to reach here. That means to say you have to find delta H for this reaction by using this data. Now how to solve these questions? Let us assume this is a question, equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Is it clear? Now we know if I write equation 2 minus equation 1, clear, then what will happen? Write down H2 plus half O2, clear, minus H2 plus half O2, clear. Then here is H2O gas and H2O liquid, is it? Okay, now here is the bracket sign. Now what will happen? This is, now इस चीज को समझो अच्छे तरीके से. This is gas, H2H2 same, they will cancel. Minus here, this is O2 gas and this will cancel. But look at, don't cancel them because one is in a gaseous phase, one is in a liquid, so you cannot cancel them. So what we are getting in the left hand side, 0. So 0 is equal to H2O minus H2O gas minus H2O liquid. So this liquid come here. So what is the desired equation we have got? That is H2O liquid gives you H2 gas. After subtracting, this means after subtracting equation 2 from equation 1 from equation 2. So what we are getting? We got the desired equation. Now this is the equation 2. So what is the delta H2 given in the question? Minus 245.5 kilojoule दिया हुआ है क्या? And this is the equation 1. What is the delta H1 given? Minus 286 kilojoule. So what is the desired delta H? That means to say we will write delta H2 minus delta H1. So simple. Clear? Hess law, we know, we know Hess law, application of Hess law also. So delta H2 what? Minus 245.5, and what is delta H1? Minus 286, means 286. Now plus minus minus, so answer will be what? That is 40, around 40 I think so. Yes, around 40.5. So we will say the that is the answer of this question is 40.5. देखो समझ में आ गया आपको? It's very simple. जब when we subtract equation 1 from equation 2, then we got the desired equation and we have to reach there, we got the answer. Clear? Now let's move to the next question. This is again a very good question. Now how to solve this question? Question number 2. For a particular reversible reaction at temperature T, delta H and delta S were found to both positive if T is the temperature at which equilibrium, the reaction would be spontaneous. Okay, first of all, we know at equilibrium, is it clear? Delta G is equal to 0. Yes. And if the reaction is spontaneous, that means to say delta H is less than 0. If the reaction is non-spontaneous, delta H is greater than 0. Means if delta H negative, then the reaction is spontaneous. If the delta H comes positive, then the reaction is non-spontaneous. If delta H is equal to 0, then it is equilibrium. Clear? That logic we know. Now we know delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S, and T is the equilibrium temperature, so put it here. Now delta G is equal to 0 at equilibrium, so delta H minus TE delta S. Clear? So T is equal to what? T will be equal to delta H upon delta S. This is at the equilibrium condition. Yes. Now they are asking what will be the relation between this T and the equilibrium temperature if the reaction is spontaneous. So we know if the reaction is spontaneous, delta G is less than 0, means delta H minus T delta S is less than 0. Am I right now? Because delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. So what we are getting, that is delta H is less than T delta H S. Clear? So we will say T is greater than delta H upon delta S. Is it clear? देखो इस चीज को समझ में आ गया? Yes sir, definitely. Now in first situation T is equal to, but in second situation this T is greater than, means RHS look at same, LHS will be, we know, we will say that T is greater than TE, means the equilibrium temperature less than the temperature T. So what should be the correct option? Equilibrium temp T is greater than the temperature T. That means to say B is the correct option. Clear my friend? समझ में आया सबको? You have to memorize this concept, okay, and this formula also. And one more thing, delta G is equal to, one more formula we know na, in that means to say pardon, that is how to relate delta G with the equilibrium constant. Then delta G in electrochemistry also, minus NF E naught cell, that is, I think you remember this. This is also a formula, okay. Now let's move to the next question. इस question की तरफ आते हैं. देखो इस question में क्या, what is given? Consider the spontaneous reaction. Okay, what is this? I think this reaction is a combustion reaction. Observe it. Okay. Now, if the reaction is suppose if you do not know anything, if the reaction is spontaneous, that means to say delta G is negative. Clear? That I know. Now we know combustion reaction is always exothermic. So delta GH is always negative. Now find out delta N. Exothermic reaction delta H negative. Now delta N, look at. Here is how many moles of gas? 25 plus 2, 27. And here is how many moles of gases? 16 plus 18. That means to say 16 plus 34. 34 minus 28. That means to say that is equal to 6. Means delta N is positive. Definitely, if delta N is positive, means entropy increasing, because more number of gases, we know solid has less entropy, then liquid has more entropy, then gas has more and more entropy, that we know, because in gaseous particle there are more number of randomness. If there are more randomness, more is the entropy. So here the number of gaseous particle increases, means randomness increases. If randomness increases, means entropy increases. If entropy increases, means delta S is positive. So what should be the correct answer for this question? We will say for this question delta H negative, delta S positive, and delta G negative. I think B is the correct. Delta H negative, delta S positive, delta G negative. Is it clear? Concept सबको समझ में आ गया? I think complete clear. Now let's move to the next question. देखो ये question again. Standard entropy given, okay, x2, y2 and xy3, 60, 40 and 50. For the reaction, they are asking to be at equilibrium the temperature. We know if the reaction is equilibrium, delta H is G is equal to 0. That means to say delta H minus T delta S is equal to 0, means T is equal to delta H upon delta S. Clear? We have given delta H value minus 30 kilojoule. So we need to find delta S. Is very simple. देखो equation ये given है. Yes. Now we know delta S, net delta S is equal to product minus reactant. So product XY3, what is the value XY3 given? 50. Write down 50 minus reactant X2. What is the entropy of X2 given? It's 60. Is it clear? Plus now 3 by 2, pardon, 3 by 2, Y2 energy kitna? It is 40. Is it clear? So delta S in this case 50. Here, wait for a moment, thoda sa wait karo isko. Now this is 30 and this is 20. Is it clear now? So what we are getting, that is 30 plus 60 na? Yes, bracket on, 30 plus 60. Is it clear? That means to say 50 minus 90, that is delta S is equal to minus 40. Is it clear now? Delta S is equal to minus 40. Now it is in a joule, clear, but delta G H, pardon, is in a kilojoule. So T is equal to, first kilojoule converted into joule, so multiply by 1000. Now divided by minus 40. Is it clear? ये समझ में आया सबको? Yes. So you have to check out the unit also. Now very simple. This will cancel. This minus cancel. This is 2 25 with 0 0 cancel. Now, so T is equal to, we will say 750 Kelvin. So what should be the correct option? We will say that 750 Kelvin. Clear? Concept clear? Completely. Now let's move to the next question. What is the bond energy? Bond energy of H2, X2 and HX are in the ratio. If the enthalpy of formation of HX is given, the bond and enthalpy of X2 means the reaction is like this. H2 plus X2 gives you what? HX. Now we know only 1 mole, so 1 by 2 X2. This is the reaction. And for this reaction, delta H is given what? Minus 50 kilojoule per mole. Per mole given, that's why I have taken 1 mole. Clear? Now it is given in the question. Question को पढ़ो अच्छे तरीके से. The bond enthalpies of H2, X2 and HX are in the ratio of 2 tends to 1 tends to 2. Suppose the bond energy of X2, let's assume X. So this will what? The bond energy of H2 will be 2x, yes, and the bond energy of Hx will be equal to what? That is equal to 2x also, because 2 tends to 1, so 2x also. Clear? Now what is the relation we know? Delta H is equal to bond energies of the reactant, means bond energies of H2 plus bond energies of X2. Clear? Now how many times it is given here? Look at 1 by 2. So you will write half bond energies of X2. Clear? This is the bond energies of reactant minus bond energies of product. So what is the bond energies of product here? That is, we will write bond energies of HX. 1 mole like this. Now solve this. Delta H given minus 50. Clear? Now minus 50 given. Now 1 by 2 bond energies of hydrogen, we have assumed 2x. Bond energies of X2, we have assumed x. Okay, and bond energy of HX we have assumed 2x. देखो यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया. Now can you solve it? Yes sir, we can. Why not? Now after solving, what we are getting? 2 cancel, and here we are getting, wait for a moment, that is minus 50 is equal to x plus x by 2 minus 2x. Am I right? ना देखो तो x plus x by 2 minus x है क्या? Yes, x plus x by 2 minus 2x. Yes. Now how to solve? I'm solving here. So it is like to LCM when we take 2x plus x minus 4x divided by 2. So 3x minus 4x is equal to minus x by 2. So when we solve, x is equal to, we are getting 100. बताओ आ गया समझ में? So answer is 100 kilojoule. Is it very simple? Look at 2 tends to 1. If x2 is x, if bond energy of x2 is x, so bond energy of h2 is what? 2x. or bond energy of hx is also what? 2x, because 2 tends to 1 tends to 2 है ना? Clear? And the relation we know, delta is equal to bond energies of reactant minus bond energies of product. Bond energies of reactant minus bond energies of product. आ गया समझ में? Clear? So answer is A. Now let's move to the next one. Now tell me, if endothermic reaction is non-spontaneous at freezing point of water. Okay, and what is given? If endothermic reaction is non-spontaneous. Non-spontaneous means delta G is greater than 0, means delta G is positive. Endothermic reaction means delta H positive. Now we know delta G is equal to what? Delta H minus T delta S. And if delta H here is positive, to make delta G positive, that means to say, what should be the relation? This value definitely should be less than this value. That means to say delta H is greater than T delta S, means at low temperature is low. Now because freezing point, but when the temperature increases, means boiling case, what happened? Temperature increases, that means to say the reaction becomes feasible. Now the second case, if the reaction becomes feasible, means delta H becomes negative, and we know the formula delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. Clear? Now in this case, how to make delta G negative? That means to say delta H less than T delta S. Always remember at high temperature. Yes. So we will say now in this case delta H less than T delta S when possible. When possible, when temperature rises, this delta S should be positive, and this delta S and this delta H we know it is given positive. Now, so So what we are getting that both condition is positive. Clear? समझ में आया या नहीं? देखो एक बार फिर से मैं बता देता हूँ. First condition is non-spontaneous, means delta H greater than 0, and we know delta G greater than 0. Delta G formula delta H minus T delta S. Okay. Now it is an endothermic reaction, means delta H is positive. Okay. Now according to the situation, we have to make delta H minus T delta S greater than 0, means positive. When it possible? Because this is a negative quantity. The magnitude of delta H should be greater than the magnitude of T delta S, means plus 30 minus 20, then it gives the plus 10. Means it is, if it is plus 30, it should be less than plus 30, that is 20. Clear? Now it becomes feasible. Feasible means now we have to change delta G from negative to, so from positive to negative, means in this case delta H minus T delta S less than 0 when it possible. That means to say this delta H already we know positive. That means to say this delta S must be positive. If it is negative, then negative becomes positive. The entire quantity will be positive, and temperature is also raising because boiling point higher temperature than freezing point. So we will say delta H and delta S both are positive. समझ में आया? चलो, this is a good question. Now tell me. Read the question. Assuming that water vapor is an ideal gas, okay, the internal energy changes when 1 mole of water is vaporized at 1 bar pressure. Okay, now we have to find out delta U. We know delta H is equal to delta U plus delta NGRT, that formula we know, and delta U is equal to what? Delta H minus delta NGRT. Yes, and we know given delta Ng is equal to what? 1, or you can say delta N is equal to 1. What is the value of R? R value is given 8.3, and what is the temperature given? It is given the temperature 373 Kelvin. Okay, now what is the delta H given? देखो 41. It is given in kilojoule, so convert it into always joule because we have taken the R value in joule, so इसको भी joule. अब इसका value यहाँ put कर दोगे? Yes, if you put the value, you will have the answer. बोलो, आ गया समझ में? Yes sir, definitely it is completely correct. So what should be the answer? I think the answer should be around 37. Clear? Now next question. In a closed insulated container, a liquid is stirred with a paddle to increase the temperature. Which of the following is true? In a closed container, means Q is equal to 0, and if a liquid is stirred with paddle to increase the temperature, if temperature increases, and we know internal energy depends upon temperature, definitely internal energy also changes. Now according to the first law of thermodynamics, delta E is equal to Q plus W. If Q is equal to 0, then delta is equal to W, and we know delta can never be 0 because it is dependent on temperature, and here temperature increases, so delta E and delta W are equal but not equal to 0, and Q is equal to 0. So what should be the correct option? We will say A is the correct option. समझ में आया? देखो अच्छे तरीके से समझ लो बच्चों इसको. Q is equal to 0 given because it is a closed insulated container. So Q is equal to 0. First law of thermodynamics, delta is equal to Q plus W. अब delta is equal to W. Clear? अब delta E internal energy depends upon temperature, so it never be 0. If delta is not 0, then W is also not 0. So A is the correct option. Clear? Next आ जाओ, बताओ इसको. This is a very good question. They are asking, you have to find the bond energy of this one. Means you have to move here. You have to find this bond energy, है ना? चलो, how to find it? Now listen. अच्छे से देखो. We know delta H is equal to bond energies of reactant. Am I right? Yes. Now bond energies of reactant, what? Reactant means carbon. Clear na? Yes, reactant is carbon given, so we will write bond energies of carbon. Okay, how many times? 2. Then bond energy of hydrogen. Is it clear? Yes. Bond energy of reactant minus bond energies of product. Product means this is carbon hydrogen bond and carbon hydrogen, 2 times carbon hydrogen bond. So we will write 2 bond energies of carbon hydrogen bond, then plus bond energies of carbon carbon triple bond. And what is, you have to find this value, now. अब बताओ क्या करना है. Delta H given, put the value. What is the delta H? 225. So write down 225 equal to bond energies of carbon. Look at 2 carbon converted into what? This one. So bond energies here we will write, wait for a moment, 2 carbon, yes. So we will write 1410, yes, plus bond energies of hydrogen, yes. Bond energies of hydrogen, it is given तुम्हारा carbon solid है ना, yeah, carbon solid to carbon gas, yes. Now bond energies of hydrogen is given what, 330. So put it here, pardon, इसको क्या करो, wait for a moment, yeah. So bond energy hydrogen is given 330, clear, minus 2 bond energies of CH bond. CH bond का bond energy देखो, it is given somewhere, yes, 350, okay, 350, and plus bond energies of carbon carbon, assume it is X. Now after solving, I think you can easily get the answer. देखो तो कहीं पे problem तो नहीं है. 2C plus H2, you have to reach there, and from where this is, look at, ये यहाँ गया, ये यहाँ गया. So after solving, you can easily get the answer. Now can you solve this? Sir, why not? We can. देखो इस चीज को अगर solve कर लोगे, and I think you will get the answer. Clear? Now try this question. I have discussed this question. Now how to solve this question? Try it. I'm giving you the video, pause करो और जल्दी से इसको solve करने का कोशिश करो. For a given reaction, delta H is equal to 35.5 and delta is given. The reaction is spontaneous. If the reaction is spontaneous, means delta G is negative, means delta H minus T delta, pardon, delta H minus T delta S must be less than 0. Yes, means delta H less than T delta S, means T is greater than delta H upon delta S. That is the relation. And what is delta H? 35.5 kilojoule it is given, converted into joule, divided by 83.6 joule. Now can you solve this? Yes, if you solve this, you will get the answer. I think after solving, we are getting T is greater than 425 Kelvin. देखो आ गया. So we will say A is the correct option. Is it clear to you? Now let's move. This is the question. Same question अभी जो solve किया हमने. This is the same question. Now they are asking, you have to find out the bond energies of this one. Clear? So what will you do? Delta H is equal to 1 by 2 bond energies of H2 plus 1 by 2 bond energies of O2 minus bond energies of OH bond. That is the case. Delta H given क्या है बताओ, 42.09. 1 by 2 bond energies of hydrogen is given from this data, that is 435.89 plus bond energies of O2 कितना given है जल्दी बताओ, 495.05 minus bond energy of OH bond को X मान लो. Can you solve this equation? Yes, we can. If you solve this equation, you will have your answer. और answer I think ये आ जाएगा. Clear? So these are the few questions from the topic chemical energetic. If you practice this question, and definitely it will help you a lot in your upcoming examination. So बच्चों, time has come. Time to say bye bye. Thank you so much. In my next class, I will discuss few questions from the topic equilibrium. Clear? Till then, bye bye.